Hello everyone. So here on the screen you can see a new question, issue of share at premium. First question is that what is the mean of premium? So premium mean when we issue share more than the face value, so it is considered as a premium. Like 100 rupees share, company selling at 120, so that 20 rupees additional, that will be considered as a premium. So on your screen you can see question, Spencer Pen Limited was registered with authorized capital. That already I told about my previous video what is the mean of authorized capital. Out of that total amount, that is the 5 lakh equity share of 10 each, company issued 2 lakh equity share, sorry. So company have 5 lakh equity share as a authorized capital. Out of that, company issuing only 2 lakh equity share at a premium of 3 rupees per share, 3 rupees premium, and issue value is 10. So total value of share, that is 13. Out of that, company give 4 rupee on application, 5 on allotment, and 2 on first call and 2 on second call. So 5 and 4, 9 and 13. So complete amount they have called. Or call all shares were subscribed and all the money was duly received. Share issue expenses amounted 70,000, which were fully written against securities premium reserve. That will be handled in the last entries. So it is always better to write like we have issued 2 lakh equity shares, 4 on application, 5 on allotment, 2 at first call and 2 at final call. Now if it is not given in the question related to premium, so it is always considered that premium always mention with the allotment. So but in our question it is given that premium included here. So 3 rupees 3 is considered as a premium here and 2 related to allotment. Now when you pass the entry, so first entry you will pass that already we did in the previous question, that first entry related to equity share application. If it is equity, then you will mention equity share. If it is preference share, you will mention preference share. So equity share application account credit, bank account debit to equity share application. As we already know that 4 rupees we called on application, 4 rupee called by the company on 2 lakh equity share, so that will be 8 lakh rupees. In short, you can mention being application money received. Second entry has been, entry will be share application account debit to share capital account. So whole amount of 8 lakh rupees, that will be transfer to capital account. Application money transferred to share capital account. Next entry, that already we know that here we see that 5 rupees on allotment, 5 rupees on allotment including 3 rupees premium. Remember one thing, that premium is considered as a liability of the company, so it is always credited with the due entry. So due entry, that is share allotment account debit to share equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. 2, it is mentioned premium in the question, so 2 security premium reserve account. So 3 rupees, that is premium amount on 2 lakh share. Then remaining 2 rupees because allotment value is 5. So 2 multiplied by 2. So that will be 4 lakh rupees and that is 6 lakh. So total amount that will be 10 lakh rupees. Being, you will mention narration being allotment money due with premium. Next entry, that amount, it is mentioned in the question that amount received, bank account debit to equity share, allotment amount is received, whatever we call that amount paid by the public. So that is 10 lakh rupees we received. So allotment money received including premium. Now after that, first call, so both first call and second call, that is 2 rupees each. In these entry, main entry is related to security premium reserve. Remember one thing always, security premium always credited with the due entry and the total amount will transfer to share allotment account. Next entry related to both first call and final call, both amount, equal amount is there. So equity share first call account to equity share capital, that is total amount 4 lakh rupees. Now narration, first call. So here you pass due entry by equity share first call account debit to equity share capital. Then after whatever amount we called, that amount paid by the equity shareholder. So bank account debit to equity share first call. So total 4 lakh rupees. You will pass that entry and in narration you will mention that money received on first call. Then after equity share, as we know both amount are same, equity share second call account debit to equity share capital account 4 lakh. That amount we also received, so we'll pass next entry bank account debit to equity share second call, that is 4 lakh rupees. Now narration that will remain same, that's why I am not mentioning here. Next entry, that it in the question it is given that share issue expenses, it is in the question you can see that share issue expenses amounted 75,000 that return against security premium. The issue expenses that we have to paid. So if it is expenses, then we will debit it. That rule you already study in 11th class. So share issue expenses account debit to bank account. That amount you will transfer, that is 75,000. Now in question it is also written that share issue expenses should be written off against security premium reserve. So whatever although we have paid that 75,000, but that 75,000 that we have to cover from the security premium reserve or transfer it. So securities premium reserve account debit to share issue expenses. So that 75,000 we have covered from security premium reserve. We will mention narration here. Share issue expenses. Share issue expenses. Written off against security premium reserve. Here you will mention narration that expenses incurred issue or share. I am repeating all the things. That first entry, that is related to bank equity to share application, that already you done. Then after share application to share capital account, value is 4 rupees per share and we issued 2 lakh shares. So 4 into 2, that is 8 lakh rupees. After that, security premium reserve always credited. So 2 rupees on the equity that will be transferred to capital account and 3 rupees will be transferred to security premium reserve. So equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital to security premium reserve. So 6 lakh, 4 lakh, that will be 10 lakh will be transferred to equity, that equity share allotment. Now 10 lakh rupees we called and public paid. It means we called 10 lakh rupees and company paid full 10 lakh rupees. So bank account debit to equity share allotment, that is a receivable entry. And after that, that first call, equity share first call account debit to equity share capital. So 4 lakh rupees transfer to equity share first call. And after that, that 4 lakh we have transferred to bank account. So bank account debit to equity share first call. And after that, we call again second call. It means first call we have made, we received amount at first call, and after that second call, and second call we have received. So bank account debit to equity share second call. Share expenses that we have to return off. So first entry for payment of share issue expenses, that is share issue expenses debited to bank account. And after that, whatever amount we have paid, we will return off from the security premium reserve. So security premium reserve account debit to share issue expenses. So in that way you will pass entry. Now in question I am also showing that how you will show all these things into balance sheet. So before preparing balance sheet, you have to prepare note to account. In the question it is mentioned that authorized capital. So for the purpose of that, that is the format. Note to account, that is generally it is like working note. Like in question you do working note, in the same way you will do working note. So authorized capital you will mention, but that is only mention that how much authorized capital you have, but it is not it means calculation will be done on the basis of issue of share. So 5 lakh equity share of rupees 10 each, so that will be 50 lakh rupees. Now that is the authorized capital, but that is not it is only for the purpose of showing, so you will just close it. After that, out of that, we issued, how many shares we issued? So we issued subscribe and fully paid capital, that is 2 lakh equity share of rupees 10 each, so that will be 20 lakh. So that is the issued share. So that is your it means that will be shown as a share capital, issued share, and that also subscribed and fully paid up. So these 20 lakh we will show. So here in first equity and liabilities, shareholder fund, shareholders fund, you will mention as share capital. So in the share capital, that is the first point, that is 20 lakh. Now that 20 lakh we have transferred here. Now second, that is the first term, that is second is reserve. Second is reserve and surplus. So security premium reserve, that is total 5 lakh 25,000. That's 5 lakh 25,000 that we will show here in the shareholder fund. As you already know, reserve is considered as a liability. So in reserve and surplus you will show 5 lakh 25,000. So total amount, that is 25 lakh 25,000. Now as we didn't prepare bank account here, because if you pass the entry then you need not if it is mentioned in the question, then you have to prepare bank account, but we have to show that if liability is created, always assets will be there. So you have to find out that how much assets you have, it means how much cash is there in the bank account. So here first bank account you can see, so that is 8 lakh. Then again here bank account you can see, that is 10 lakh, 8 or 10, 8 lakh and 10 lakh 18 lakh. Now again 4 lakh, so 22. Then again that is 26. So total 26 lakh is there. Out of that we have paid, wherever bank is debited, that is the amount that we have received, because when we prepare bank account that amount will be debited, and here we have paid 75,000. So out of that you have to deduct 75,000 that we have calculated. The total amount 26 lakh minus 75,000 that we have deducted, so remain 25 lakh 25,000 that we have remained. So that is our assets. So here in the balance sheet you will show it at assets. Assets, as fixed assets is not there, so in the current assets we will mention that cash and bank balance, that is 25 lakh 25,000. So as you can see that whatever liability is created, against that assets also created. So that is 25 lakh 25,000. Again I am repeating all the things related to balance sheet. That first you have to prepare note to account. Here 5 lakh equity share 10 each, so total 50 lakh rupees is there, but that is need not to mention in the balance sheet. After that, how much we have issued, subscribed and fully paid up, that we have to mention here. So here in the question, whatever we issued, total we get, so that is 20 lakh. Security premium reserve, that security premium reserve, that was 6 lakh, but out of that 6 lakh 75,000 we write off, so remaining that is 5 lakh 25,000. So total 20 lakh here, 5 lakh 25,000 here, so total 25 lakh 25,000 we have mentioned here. Now when we talk about assets, so in the bank column, wherever bank mention at the debit side, that entries amount you have to add, and out of that 75,000 we have paid, so total 26,000 minus 75,000, so total 25 lakh 25,000 we have collected so far. So that will be transferred to cash and bank balance account. So in that way you have to prepare balance sheet. In next video we will cover next question.